A report by Global Amnesty Watch says President Muhammadu Buhari has effectively stamped out Boko Haram terrorists from 5 states in the northeast. The 36-page report titled Commendable Feats and Successes of the Muhammadu Buhari Administration in the War Against Insurgency in Nigeria explained the country's fight against insurgency in the last 5 years. Renowned scholars Prof Oluwale Ogundipe, Dr. Ibrahim Mansur, Dr. Okey Okechukwu, Comrade Ibrahim Abubakar of the Save Humanity Advocacy Centre (SHAC) all joined Terrence Kuanum, the country representative of the Global Amnesty Watch, to unveil the report in Abuja in the presence of top government functionaries, academics, and civil society groups. According to the report, the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 saved the country from impending collapse and disaster.
It is indeed a statement of fact that Muhammadu Buhari-led administration has done brilliantly in the persecution of the war against Boko Haram insurgency in northeast Nigeria. The fact was buttressed by the reintroduction of professionalism and innovations in the operations of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The quality of the service chief was also a contributory factor and mostly responsible for the successes in the war against Boko Haram insurgency that led to the liberation of 5 states in the northeast Nigeria.
The report, however, noted that Boko Haram has been significantly downgraded since coming on board of the president in 2015. While admitting pockets of attacks occasionally experienced in Borno, the Global Awareness Watch hailed the president for liberating 5 states and restoring normalcy. Among others, the report acknowledged that President Muhammadu Buhari instilled professionalism and innovation in the operation of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It added that the Muhammadu Buhari's administration also entrenched a regime of transparency and accountability in the Nigerian military that ultimately saw to the renewed vigor of the prosecution of the war against Boko Haram insurgency, as well as other forms of criminalities in the country.
The Nigerian military also witnessed improved welfare packages aimed at boosting the morale of armed forces personnel, as well as a drastic improvement in civil-military relations. A regime of transparency and accountability in the Nigerian military that ultimately saw to the renewed vigor in the persecution of the war against Boko Haram insurgency, as well as other forms of criminalities in the country. The era of massive corruption in the military has also been curtailed through the multi-layer processes introduced in line with global best practices in defense spending.
The era of massive corruption in the military has also been curtailed through the multi-layer processes introduced in line with global best practices in defense spending. The Global Amnesty Watch, however, recommended that all relevant stakeholders must continue to render support to the effort of the federal government towards addressing the pockets of security issues in the country.
That the relevant stakeholders in Nigeria must continue to render support to the efforts of the federal government towards addressing the pockets of security issues in the country. 2. That the task of achieving a peaceful and united Nigeria is not for the federal government alone, as all hands must be on deck. 3. The political leadership of the various states in the country must dutifully align themselves with the working solutions and not promote divisions along ethnic and religious lines.
It, however, called on the political leadership of various states in the country to dutifully align themselves with various solutions and not to promote division among ethnic or religious lines. So,